All right, so check this, guys. So I've been away in terms of recording videos for a while, and whilst I've been away, a lot has happened in the market. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at around $94,000. I think the last time I did a video, probably Bitcoin was around $110,000 or so, from the peak of $126,000 on the 6th of October 2025. Okay, now you might be thinking to yourself, I know a lot of people are thinking, is the bull run over? Is it now bear market? Are we still gonna see highs, whatever the case is? Um, One thing that I do want to mention is that the fundamentals have not changed. Okay, if you look at historically what has been happening with gold, where gold for years it has been bound between the range of about $1,100 up until maybe 1,400, 1,500. It remained in that range for many years. All right, up until it did escape, what it reached what they call escape velocity, where it could not be manipulated any longer, right? So I do have a theory that the price of Bitcoin should not theoretically be where it is. I do believe that it could be that it's being manipulated by market makers, whales, exchanges, and so forth. There's a lot of stuff that can be said. But one thing that I do want to mention is the fact that nothing changes on the premise that Bitcoin is the number one, the newest global reserve asset. Nothing changes the fact that we are still in a debasement trade. That is why you're seeing gold doing what gold is doing. That is why you're going to see Bitcoin also escaping that between, let's call it $90,000 up until $120,000. You're going to see Bitcoin escape that particular range. And when it does, I do honestly believe that it will go as high as $180,000. Now, do I have a crystal ball to say when that's going to happen? No. Do I know for certain that's actually going to happen? Yes. As long as the governments continue to print money the way they do, Bitcoin will still continue to go up, right? Inflation is eating away at the buying power of our money. Not only us as individuals, but also even countries. That is why they've been piling in a lot of gold, escaping what they are actually doing, which is printing money as if it's going out of fashion. So if there's one thing that you want to take away from this video is that whenever you are seeing the charts the way they're performing right now, you want to go back to the fundamentals. Okay, understand what is Bitcoin, why does it exist, what problem is it here to solve, how well is it solving that problem, how big is the problem. Once you understand that, then you understand where Bitcoin is going. Here's another interesting thing. Yes, Bitcoin has been going down, but have you seen that people like your MicroStrategy and many other companies that are buying and holding Bitcoin as their strategic reserve, that they have not stopped buying? You ask yourself, why is the price of Bitcoin going down? Yet these people are buying Bitcoins every single week. Okay, I'll let you figure that one out. But one thing I do know, that there's nothing that's going to stop Bitcoin reaching $1 million. Okay, now what you should be doing, in fact, apart from studying why Bitcoin, what you should be doing right now, when you see Bitcoin at this particular prices, you want to make sure that you find a way to increase your cash flow so that you can buy more Bitcoins. You want to be buying more Bitcoins, you want to be mining more Bitcoins, you want to be collecting more Bitcoins, whichever way you know how to do. You want to be accumulating Bitcoins. Remember, the fact is there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoins to ever exist in this world. That's it. Forget about all other cryptocurrencies just for one moment. But understand, in terms of scarcity, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoins to ever exist. 95% of those Bitcoins are already in circulation. The remaining, 1% will actually take us the next 100 years to mine. Understand, scarcity. Bitcoin is programmed to go to $1 million, $10 million, $20 million. Okay, that's not going to change. Find a way, accumulate more Bitcoins. Cheers.